I don't profess to be a linguist, but there's some good expressions in the English language, and I expect there are in most languages, but piss awful is one I like, and the weather lately has been piss awful. This. I tried to get this car out the other day, and look, that's the result. Piss awful, eh? Mud everywhere. We're working on the wood at the moment, but to get the cars out, I don't want to get the Jag out, or the Dodge. It's just so muddy here. And we've had a lot of rain, and so much so that the river's gone right up. So here, actually, a few months ago we could walk on the riverbank here. Now the river has really overflown a bit, but of course this will go back down fairly quickly, so it's not a major problem. It does tend to flood that field a bit over there sometimes. So what we're doing now is thinning a lot of the woods out. This section here we're taking a lot of the scrub out and burning it. I'm also taking down some of the fence line, not this fence here, but you can see here the river. So this lot of scrub's been taken out. See the extent of the rise in the river level here. So we've cleared another lot over this area. A lot of this will be burnt, the scrub, and the bigger logs I'm going to keep. It's cleared a hell of a lot of area here, which will be nice in the summer when the trees grow back. Right, so here I've taken down some fences. All this lot will be cleared here. There's some large willows here that we've taken down. Well, we haven't actually taken them down, we've cut them down and they'll just grow back again. And they literally grow like weeds. I mean, they're amazing trees. And in fact, some of the bits here, we're going to replant them on the river bank when this river goes down, and they'll regrow. They'll grow back into trees. And these were the willows, but they were coming over at such an angle, so there'll be new growth come out of that, and we'll have new willows growing from that in the next few years. But all this old fence is rotten here, and it'll all come down. Right, I think we'll go and have a look at Bennicks. Right, well, we're in the Mercedes again and heading up to Bennicks. Actually, it's odd, isn't it, really? This Mercedes had a service recently, a few weeks ago, and it's strange, isn't it, that it's a pseudo feeling, really, because you feel that the car is much better at driving, better, smoother, and everything else. When in actual fact it's illogical, really. So, but it feels better because it's had a service. Maybe I just feel that it's a lot better. Anyway, so we're heading up towards Bennicks, and as I'm off to Canada in another week, less than a week now, and Bennicks is actually physically, officially closing while I'm away. I mean, they're kind of closed now, really. Each time I go up here, I think this will be the last time I go up. I kind of feel that this week is the last week I'll be coming up at all, and I don't know how many times I will actually be up here this week. I haven't been up with all the snow and everything we had. I didn't really come up here last week, so I haven't been up for a while. We'll see who's here. I doubt if they've got much going on. I think they'll be getting to the last of the cars they've got to finish off, and then they've got the equipment to get ready for an auction, which they're holding for all the tools and equipment, I guess, that they don't want, personally want. I'm going to be here actually for that, and I'm hoping to attend that and see how it goes. I might make take an interest in a lift or two to use in my new garage, which I plan to build for my cars. That feels a long way away, but it's only a few weeks away. I still haven't really come to terms with the fact that Bennicks is actually not going to be here any longer. Seems odd, really. I've been coming up here and filming and you know, chatting with Ben and Nick and everyone for quite a few years now. Probably, you know, 15 years, I guess. So it's very strange. Anyway, we'll see what we find. Well, we're coming up to Bennicks, and there's a bit of road here that's kind of flooded. This place always floods here, this corner. I feel sorry for these houses here. There's some drains here that get blocked up, I think. I know they did some work on it a few years ago, but it doesn't seem to have worked. Anyway. Right, well, here we are. Bennicks just around the corner. I think Ben is probably still at lunch, so there'll only be Billy there, I think, at the moment, I suspect. Ben should be back shortly. Yeah, there's Billy's car. That's about it. Not many cars here. Yeah, the place is looking a little bit run down now. Little 1100 there. Hello. What, you put them all in one lot?
Hey?
You put them all in one
Yeah,
group?
I tipped them all in one tin.
Yeah, all the same. That's handy. So they're all together when I need them.
Yeah. Where have I put them? What have we got? Amy 8.
Yeah.
Amy 8 roof.
Yeah.
That's the Renault van.
Oh yeah, the yellow, yeah.
This is
Yeah.
the yellow.
Yeah.
And your 2 CV paint.
Right, well, I'll tell you what, I'll get, can I come back with a box and I'll pick them up?
Yeah. I'll just put them up.
Yeah, if you do.
Their customers
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah, I'll take them. Yeah, I'll come back with a box to put them in. I've got a box, I've got a plastic thing I'm going to put them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come back.
Yeah, there's only 4 small ones, but you might as well have them.
Yeah, definitely. God, what have you done with the rest then? Chucked them?
In here. We've got to go.
Oh, recycling.
Yeah. So we're tipping all the old stuff in there. tins out with the food granules, and then they can go in the landfill then.
Oh, sad, isn't it, really? To say the least.
Well,
yeah.
Had to come one day.
Yeah, I know. Well, thanks for that. Now that I'll keep those. Yeah, they're handy. Those obviously, especially the aiming.
No, I don't know if it's right. There's enough for brushing. There's plenty for the roof, but I don't think you're going to chip the roof.
Well, we have to convert the whole car to the roof colour. Yeah. Oh dear. All right. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a sad old time here. The lorry's been sold, from what I understand. And so what Billy's just said is that the rolls is going this week. I think he sold it with parts, I think. And this, I suppose, will be sold as parts. And this is taking home, that's Nick's, and that they're putting in the auction, and that they're putting in the auction. Don't know what's happening with the old Morrises. I remember when these were new, when they first came out, and they had this hydroelastic or whatever it was called, suspension. I remember that a guy bought one of these new, young guy, and he was showing off with it because he put the handbrake on and then put it in reverse and then kept putting the power on, and the car was sort of bouncing up and down on this suspension. We were so impressed with it. I mean, this was a really modern looking car when it came out. You know, Minis had only been out a few years, and then they brought this out, which was basically a four-door Mini, because the Mini was only two doors. And then this came out. It was a really lovely car in its day. Not everyone, but a lot of people really fancied one. Then they went through the stage of being a real old banger who'd want one. Now, of course, one of these in good condition would be quite desirable. Yeah, worth spending some time and money on, I think. Don't know what Ben's working on. Working on that Ford. Wow, doing some work on that. New suspension. We got rid of all these other cars. Nothing else here. So it looks like he's been sorting out all the stuff that they're going to sell. Engine hoists and all sorts of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I've had a real clear out here. I suppose getting ready for this auction. So Ben's only down to this car. I've never had a Ford in my life. It's one of the few cars that I never had. I haven't had it. Can't recall I've ever had a single Ford. No, I did have it. I had a Lincoln, an American Ford. I had a Lincoln Premier, 1957. One with the stacked headlights and big fins. So the only Ford I think I had. That's a big exhaust, isn't it? Wow. It's amazing. An RS Turbo. Pretty desirable for people who like Fords. Sad old time, I think. Bennicks. So somebody's bought this. This will be painted over with a new logo, I guess. Whoever bought it buys it, or has bought it. Right, well, the weather's changed a little bit. It's cleared up, and we're kind of in a beginning of the spring weather. We've cleared a hell of a lot in this wood. This was all fenced before, this part. And you can now see the river. So I've got everyone working, clearing all the undergrowth, bracken and rough stuff that's been growing over the years, so that we start off with some clear areas in the wood. But what I'm going to do now is go up to Bennicks, and it is going to be my last visit to Bennicks, because I'm off to Canada in a couple of days, and they will actually be closed when I come back. So this will be my last trip, my last trip to Bennicks in a minute. So this guy's working away here. Got a pile of logs that I'm going to keep for a wood burner that I'm putting into a new house that we're hoping to build. This is a pile of willow. Actually, some of these willows we're going to put into the bank. Some of these pieces, put them into the bank near the river and grow some new willow, because obviously the stuff, if you just stick it in the ground, like when it's like this, almost always it will start growing again. It's amazing stuff, willow. And that's all the remains from these willow trees that we cut back, and there again, as you can see over there, they will grow as they're growing here. See this stump, they're all growing out of it. Now this was interesting because this was cut earlier in the year, and during the year these pieces actually grew out of it as it was lying there. So we'll what we're going to do, I think, here with this, treat this as an incubation, a nursery as it were. We'll cut these into sections, small sections, and where there's new growth coming out, and we'll plant them all in different places along the riverbank. That'll be a whole new generation of willows, I hope. And then we've got a much clearer area here. Anyway, I think we'll go off to Bennicks. Oh, more water. We've had lots of flooding here, but not just on my place where the river was high. Right, well, this is God, this is the last visit to Bennicks, and I can't believe it, to be honest with you. I mean, I can't believe it. I've been coming to Bennicks for nearly about 15 years, I guess, and you know, there was a period when, or sometimes in the summer, when I was coming up 3 or 4 times a week, practically every day, and you know, I was filming all the time. I mean, I filmed a lot more, and I was up there a lot more, obviously, than the videos that I've got on YouTube. And I've got nearly 200 videos that I filmed up there at Bennicks. Lots of cars and lots of people. So it's really, really sad, and I feel sad for them. I don't know why, because they're grown people, men, and they do what they're doing. But I think, you know, it's sad all round. And I suppose, you know, when I closed my boarding kennel, I went through the same thing. Life is not you know, life is not static. It doesn't just stay in one place. Life just goes on and on, as we all know. And the older we get, the more we experience change. And change is, even when it's for the better, is not always pleasurable initially. And obviously, Ben will, you know, retire and go on to other things and lots of other adventures, I expect, and interests. Same with Nick, I suppose. Billy will move on to other pastures, I hope. I hope they're green for him. But that doesn't change the fact that for me and a lot of other customers, this is not just me, there are lots of people I know who bring their cars up here and have enjoyed the experience and camaraderie of both the customers and the people that ran Bennicks. There was a camaraderie that a lot of people enjoyed, a lot of people shared. Right, next stop, Bennicks. Just another thing, as we're coming up to getting closer to Bennicks here. Actually, I just stopped off to buy a magazine, which I buy every week, and that's called Classic Car Weekly, and it's you know, one of these magazines or newspaper things dedicated solely to classic cars. It's, you know, so interesting for me. But last night I went to a little film show at my Classic Car Club, which we held a night of a car-related film, and the film that we sat and had a nice meal with was Genevieve, and I'm not certain if everyone knows what Genevieve the film was, because I'm sure that most people do, but for those that don't, because I discovered last night that some people have never seen it before. Anyway, it's the it was made in the 50s, and it was in England, and it was the story of two couples driving their veteran cars on the London to Brighton veteran run, which takes place in November. And just an amusing period piece of the time. But it was a very popular film at the time, and it was shown almost every other week on television. And the funny thing was, though I'd seen this film many times, I'd never seen it in colour. In fact, I never realised that it was in colour, because I'd only ever seen it on television. Mainly as a younger person, you know, like back in the 60s when they used to show it all the time. And it was in black and white, of course, because the television was in black and white. So I'd never seen it in colour. It was amazing. I didn't realise one of the cars was actually gold and the other one had brass all over it. So, you know, it was interesting to see it. But the other interesting aspect was that it depicted England, of course, in the 50s, and the roads were just devoid of traffic, a bit like these roads here, though, I say, but these were main roads on the way from London to Brighton. And it's just very interesting, you know, parking these old cars. They were out in the city of London, and there was no parking restrictions, no parking wardens around. I think it's just amazing, and you just realise when you watch these old films, and though obviously it was a film and it was set up, but you just realise how things have changed for the motorist, you know, for us to like especially old cars, and have an interest in cars over and above as just a means of transport, because the means of transport, you know, it's a different issue. Anyway, here we are. So after all of that, we're just coming up to Bennicks, and this really is going to be the last time. Not the last time I'll be here, because I'll come up after I come back from holiday, but it's the last time that I'm actually going to come here, and it's a working, well, kind of a working garage. It's not really at the moment, but anyway. So there's Billy's car there, and that's Nick's car, actually. And Ben's car. So that's interesting. They're all here. All three of them are here. So we'll just pull in here and have a word. I bet they're all having tea at the moment. So this will be the last time that find this crowd having their coffee break. Right. Hello. Right, this is my last visit to you guys. Yeah.
God for that.
Do you know what? I'm not going to edit that out. I'm going to let everyone see the reaction that I get from you guys after all these years and all these videos.
Oh, I've got some bits I found of yours.
Oh!
Carburetor and a kit. It might fit one of the other Dodge.
A Dodge, is it? Oh, good.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
and there's some suspension bits and pieces that should fit it as well, I think. I put that in the skip, but you might as well take it. Didn't you?
Trying to save the cost of getting rid of all these
materials.
materials. Get all the customers up here and give them all their old bits.
We have been doing with the paint, haven't we?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got to take the paint. Christ, yeah, I didn't come back with the box. I'll take it today. I'll take it now.
That's all got out there. You can pull that out because I think it all fits the Dodge as well. Because the two Dodges you had, they fit them both.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they were the
same.
same.
To change your front suspension.
You ain't got room to put it in here.
No, yes.
Is it? It's not new, is it?
Brand new. Oh yeah, all brand new. The suspension bits are all brand new.
Right. Can we talk about that job that I brought? The time I brought the car up here and you never finished it.
Which one was that?
These bits you found.
Which car are we talking about?
I don't know.
I tried so many times to keep going. I lost touch with all this.
I think it's exciting when you're finding bits of cars that have never been used before.
What the heck is all this?
Yeah, you know.
You missed it yesterday.
It's going all right, the car.
I say you missed it yesterday. Bent at the Austin 7 at the road.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it went all right.
You could have videoed that.
Yeah, I could have done.
Well, I got back.
Yeah.
Well, you could always take it out. You could always come to the side kick.
Yeah.
If you want.
The seats are a bit rough, but
I did 2 journeys and it still got me back.
Well.
So where you going? To Canada?
Canada, Monday. Yeah, we're off to...
Probably nice and quiet then, won't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be quiet for you guys, not for me. Now, I'm going to say something. I'll have to edit it out, though. They said I've just been up the shop to get the Classic Car Weekly, and I said, can you keep them? Because I'll be off to Canada. I said, oh, is it business or pleasure? I said, well, I'm going with my wife. Work it out. Oh. Well. Right, so... Oh, what happened? The TVR's gone.
TVR's gone, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where did Ben go?
In his workshop.
Oh. Oh, he's getting that stuff. You've got the paint, haven't you?
Yeah, I'll get that sorted.
Have you got a little box you can put it in?
Or just... I'll try and find one.
Any cardboard.
Somewhere.
Or just tape them together, maybe?
Yeah.
And I'll take them with me now. Yeah, I'll go and see what Ben's got in there. See if I can persuade him to go out in that.
I'll put your carburetor in the back of the car. Just do this up there.
So the carburetor must be an old one, mustn't it?
Yeah, with gasket kit and all of that, which you gave us all new. I'll just put it in.
Oh, so gasket kits. So it's a new gasket kit with an old carburetor, is it?
Yeah, I'm supposed to overhaul it and then we got rid of it.
Oh, that's right. You were gonna. Oh, of course it was. I remember. Yeah, you were gonna. Yeah. Is that's part of it? Yeah, I remember that.
That's right, yeah.
Are they new? They're not new, are they?
New ones there, look.
Oh, blimey, well, yeah, don't throw those away, do we? Oh, put those in the car. Ah, good stuff for the Dodge. Oh, that's all useful stuff. Is that in good condition? That? Then?
It's all brand new.
Oh, gotcha. We want that.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely want that.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, gotcha.
And there's distributor cap, ram, piston ring, and then the kit for the carburetor and your old carburetor.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, we don't get to use it,
Yeah,
do we?
that's all right. I'll keep that.
Nothing else.
Right, so that's handy. Ben's gonna take me out in the that little Austin 7. Well, that's a really good end. Now, where am I going to put this? I'll put this in some spot and I'll never get it out. I hate manoeuvring around here. Right, that's that. Ah, more stuff.
Yeah, good paint. Take it up.
Oh, that's great. Oh, thank you very much.
There we go.
Got paint. All I need now is somebody to work on the car. You'll leave me your address and telephone number, won't you, Billy?
Yeah.
You think I'm joking? A bit of a stick.
Eh?
What a stick.
Not a stick.
When's the chappie picking it up? This looks really nice.
I ain't finished it yet.
Oh,
That's what I've got to try and do now.
all right. Can't believe this. Is that the same engine? What engine is that?
It's an Austin 7 engine. They're same right the way through.
How different is it from the one that's like in the Mini?
Oh, nothing like it.
Oh, nothing like it.
Flying about, I've been hearing it for a couple of days. I wanted to start nesting.
There's one at Rushbrook Lake, I see.
This engine
Yeah,
went in
there's always
boats,
a brush
combines,
for it.
tractors,
Really?
everything. They used it for everything, this engine.
It's unbelievable. It's so small.
How many do you want, look, Chris?
You got more?
Look at that, look.
God. Yeah.
All Austin 7 spares.
Ah. Well, who do they belong to? This chap?
Yeah.
Yeah. They must be worth something.
What's that?
Buzzards.
A buzzard.
Is it?
Yeah, we got one round our way.
Yeah, because there's some
They're
at
always
Rushbrook.
around here, that pair.
Yeah, a pair. Oh. Elastic band, do you need?
Yeah.
Wind it up a bit.
Yeah. There's a throttle. There's a thing for the throttle, isn't it? The throttle.
Can you imagine having a car now where the petrol tank is right behind the engine?
Yeah. How dangerous was it?
Yeah, we
I
never
won't
thought
fill
about
mine up at the garage because mine is underneath the bonnet.
Really?
Well, you only got to go with a hot engine, ain't you, with the
Yeah.
pipe and spill it. You
Yeah. Yeah.
could have a disaster on your hand.
Yeah.
More for the you see that? Austin 1300 in the tin shed.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's only done 20,000 miles.
Really?
New.
Do you know, I was saying that they're worth doing up, but that mileage is even
Yeah.
better.
No rust on it.
No,
At
looked
all. No.
looked a really nice little car.
Yeah, it could be.
They were nice when they were new. I tell you, do you remember when they came out? I mean, they were really, oh,
Yeah.
God, everyone.
Hydroelastic suspension.
Yeah, absolutely, hydroelastic, and everyone you thought they were brilliant. Wow. Well, this is interesting because a lot of people have followed the process of this car since the time it was over there as a chassis, and actually
Bloke with the Rover P4 come
Yeah.
and picked it up. The
What?
black, the last one Billy done. The black.
Oh, the black one, he come pick it up,
He
did
said
he?
to Billy, I know what you've been doing. I've been watching on.
Oh, is he?
YouTube."
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Well, people have been following it. It'll be interesting this one. Have it driving. Amazing. Yeah. Got another engine that side of you.
Oh, this one. Yeah. The V8.
Yeah, V8 that side. I can't believe how small they are.
They're very popular.
So that's a side valve, of course, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very popular.
Of course, I
engine.
didn't realise. Yeah.
Very popular. It's used in everything.
Yeah. Yeah, of course it's not the Mini, it's a side valve engine, isn't it?
These were the first cars that BMW ever made.
Yeah, that's right. They made a Didn't the Japanese make them as well? I think.
I'm not sure.
I think they were made in Japan.
Not sure. Not sure.
Because they made bloody thousands and thousands of them, didn't they? In one form or another.
We won the war, but they won the
Peace.
race. Yeah.
Well, they certainly did.
Because
Oh yeah, Germans did. Yeah.
Action.
New tyres, lovely. Yeah.
No speed now.
Well, neither. My Dodge hasn't got them, obviously. Sorry? Yeah. Exhaust. Ah. So he's got a hood for it.
But there's a wooden frame goes on here.
Yeah.
And then it alternates. So I've got the frame, the metal frame, but I haven't got the wooden header.
All right.
Or the brackets that go on here. Guy downstairs lock. They don't bend them to me. I had that overhauled. Back to white. Yeah.
So that works, two of them, does it?
No, it's only one.
Oh, just the one. Right, we're going to go for a run in it. Alright, we'll see you later. Hopefully we'll be back. I got a phone. I got my AA card.
Right, have you?
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to fix it.
Right. Good luck. Some insulation. I mean, I've never driven it. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually firmer than I thought. It's not as sort of, you can just imagine. I mean, actually, when you think about it, back in like the 20s, this was the biggest thing. Yeah. Freedom of the world, of the road.
What else was there?
Exactly. So it's affordable by a lot of people. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I parked and all that sort of thing. Is there an instrument to go in there? Oh.
Anyone behind?
Thank you.
Experience, was it?
That was brilliant. That was brilliant. It's a lovely little car. It really is. It really, really is. I think it's got more character and more fun appeal than most of the cars I've ever been in.
There you go.
I think when the, yeah, I was saying, when he's finished the inside, it's going to be really, really nice. Goes well.
Yeah.
And handling, and the car is quite comfortable, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can't get in at the drive.
Well, you've driven them, you know, we like yours, but it's quite firm, and it's not it's bouncy as I thought it would be. Yeah.
No, I just can't get in at the moment. I'm waiting to go in the hospital.
Yeah.
Technology. Can you lift that off then? That cover on the gearbox there? See what that is?
That's pretty solid, unless it's in the gearbox.
It's all new.
Yeah. Maybe that's how it is. I reckon you can get the...
Unless the prop shaft is bent.
Yeah, could be. If you get that torque tube tidied up.
Yeah.
Let's see again.
But I mean, you can get spares for this car, can't you? Easy, everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, plenty there.
Yeah, plenty there, I better get back, see how the job's going. Thanks for the paint, Billy. When are you going to be here at the auction?
Yeah. I'll be here on the day of the auction, yeah.
Alright, I'll see you then, if I don't see you before. Well, there we go. My last visit to Bennicks, while it's still basically a garage. I'm actually going to go back down there when I come back from Canada, because it's still going to be messing around, I gather, prior to the auction. I'm going to go to the auction. I'll probably go down there and film that, but I'll go down in beginning of April and see them again. And then I'll be seeing Ben, hopefully, and the rest of them afterwards, doing different things maybe. But that was really exciting. I mean, that Austin 7. Now, you know, about 3 or 4 years ago, that Austin 7 was a pile of junk, actually, assorted pieces of scrap parts that a guy had that he said, can you make an Austin 7 out of it? So the shell, the actual body shell is a kit. I mean, that was originally, they had that there and they painted it all. And then they made the car up from all the bits that they had. Modified certain bits and cut bits up and did whatever, and have made that car. But it's been sort of a work in progress for a couple of years now that I've been visiting Bennicks, and to actually film it and go out in it with Ben on my last real sort of visit to Bennicks is quite good, really. I guess. Oh dear. Well, I think I better close this off because it's dragging on a bit, and I'm going to go to look at that. Oops. I'm going to go to Canada, and I'll probably do a video or two while I'm in Canada. Some people might be interested in it, I don't know. And then we'll carry on and see what happens with my cars, and hopefully some other people's cars, and maybe some more garages, or a garage when I get back from this adventure with my wife. Okay.